What's up, guys? It's Manny from the Restaurant University. I'm coming at you here today with some free game. Basically, I'm going to go into talking about what's the best social practices for restaurants that I found. The reason that I've been doing this is because I actually own and operate three Mexican restaurants here in Grundy County and Franklin County area, Tennessee. It's like Middle Tennessee, a little bit outside of Nashville, kind of if you're not familiar with the area. I've been in the game for a while. I've been opening my own businesses for the past 3 years. And then before that, I was working in various Mexican restaurants. Uh, I wouldn't say that I'm super professional because I'm only 27, you know what I mean? But as a 27-year-old, I've basically spent over half of my life already in Mexican restaurants in the space. So I have experience doing social media for various restaurants. I did social media for the restaurants that I was working at before. I even opened my own ones. I did it back in 2020. You can check all over my TikTok. I have various videos there and on my YouTube. I'm going to link them all below so that you can go and check it out. But I've been doing this for a while. Now I have my own restaurants and I make social media content for them. And this is the best practices that I've seen over the years that work to get guests in the area to come and enjoy your food and bring them in. This is what I do every day, basically, and I'm going to show all of y'all what I'm doing. So basically, right now our locations are in a rural-ish town. They're outside of Nashville, maybe like an hour or so. The areas are called Altamont, Tennessee, Pelham, Tennessee, and then Decherd, Tennessee. They're pretty good. I'll link the locations. I'll drop them all in the bottom of this video. You'll see. But I'm going to dive right into it. Basically, what I've noticed is the best content platforms to use are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and then YouTube as well for like long form content like the one that you're seeing right now. But basically, what you want to do if you're opening a restaurant, say you're going to open in 3 months. Basically, what I would start doing is I would make Instagram, a Facebook page, and a TikTok account for and a YouTube, honestly, for your business as soon as you sign the lease. As soon as you know where the business is going to be, go ahead and make those accounts. Because if you know that you're going to open, say, in 3 or 4 months, but you already signed the lease, that's locked in. You're not going to be moving anywhere. You can start running ads in the area in a radius of your business. So, for example, our location right now is in Altamont, Tennessee. I signed a lease like 2.5 months before we opened. We opened in May. I signed the lease in March, but I found out about the building in January, December. Well, in December of the previous year. So from December all the way until May, I was posting content every single day on my TikTok, on my Instagram, some on YouTube, but mostly on TikTok and Instagram. And you can see that you can see it. I'll link them all below, but they're there. One of them is verified. The first crypto restaurant is verified, so you'll be able to see it. But I was posting videos every single day for months before we even opened, basically hyping it up, and it did wonders whenever we first opened. Basically, we're talking packed out house the whole first month, first whole 2 3 months. It was packed out all day long. And people were saying, "Oh, we saw you on TikTok before you were opening. We saw people making videos out here. We didn't know what you're doing." Like I said, we're in a country-ish town, so that not that many people were on TikTok, but it was going viral on TikTok, and I was posting those same videos on Instagram and on Facebook, which is the best thing to use for the small town areas. I'm here with Jesse. We make content for these restaurants right now. We do various different things. You can't see him right now because he's behind the camera, but he's here helping me right now. You can basically think of us as the Mexican restaurant version of Joe Rogan and Jamie. That's what we're doing right here right now. But basically, we've been running social media for the past few months for the all three locations, and the different kind of practices that we've been doing is definitely posting on Facebook, Instagram, and I know I keep saying that over and over again, but the thing is, it is literally the best thing that you need to do, especially if you're in a small town area like us, like rural area. Everybody's on Facebook. The best thing that you can do is you can definitely post worded, okay, like what do you call it? What do you call it? Like like text posts do really well on Facebook, and then like picture posts of the food and stuff like that, they do really well, and that's organically. And then on Instagram and on TikTok, it's best for like reels and like short video content, stuff like that. Um, in my personal experience, Facebook Reels has not been working that well for me. Um, I've noticed that the Reels take off more whenever you post them on Instagram, and the same as well for TikTok. The short video content on TikTok is where it pops off. On Facebook is where I've noticed that it's like if you make a post, like a text post or like a photo post, that's what really pops off on Facebook in these areas.
What do you mean text post?
Okay. Oh
Can
yeah.
you write me one right quick, please?
Oh yeah. Okay. So like a text post, like okay. So for example, um, yesterday we added a new chicken tender plate. Um, I basically just put up a photo and then a copy under the bottom. When I say copy, I mean like a post, like words, worded post. Like I was like, come and try our new chicken tender plate. It comes with 6 chicken tenders. They're super good. And then I was like, I put a little fire emoji and stuff like that. For some reason, the text posts they pop off way more. I think it's because it's easier to share and stuff like that. And then on Facebook, um, like you have to press play on the reel when you post it. Like if you're going onto like somebody's page, like the reel just doesn't start playing automatically. You have to press play. And I think that's like a it's like almost like a barrier in a way. Not intentionally probably by Meta, but Meta, if you take away that little press play button on the reels, I think it would help everybody in the game. But that's just my personal
Right
opinion.
now, we're stuck with 1 to 3 lines or 1 to 3 sentences with a photo. Repeat that all day long.
Yeah,
Saying good stuff, whatever good stuff, whatever shot stuff you can think of a bunch of business.
yeah,
Put that on Facebook. Put that. But you were saying photos themselves do better on Instagram.
yeah. Photos themselves do really good on Instagram, and definitely load up those text posts on Facebook because they go viral and they sometimes take a day or so. We were talking about that. It takes like a day or so for them to like actually like really start popping up on your followers' feeds organically sometimes. So like the text posts do really well. Who knows why? It's probably because like a lot of older people are on Facebook, like they're used more to reading, That's just my opinion, but it's also kind of based in fact because that's what we've been noticing. It's been pretty it does better on in posts on text posts, and then on Instagram, as Jesse was saying, we noticed that photo posts for the food do really well. Like it's easy to share. You can post it on your business story, and then you can also like put polls and stuff like that. You can do that on Facebook as well, but they do really good on Instagram. It's like it all pops up on the post instead of like in the bottom. It's super good, super good. And then the reels are good as well on Instagram because you don't have to press play on them; they automatically start playing. Which Meta you should do on Facebook, but on Instagram they do really well on reels. And the cool thing about it too is like if you post a reel on Facebook, it automatically will post to your Instagram if you have them linked, and vice versa. Vice versa, you can do it both ways. But the reels will have better um, they'll have better results on Instagram. But you should still post them both on both platforms. You know what I mean? But just expect to understand that if you really want to get a message out, you should put it in a text post.
Really, what's your a much broader way of saying what you're talking about right now is staying aware of your audience and your media because Facebook originally, of course, like well, originally it was something else, but still back in the olden days, Facebook is a text-based thing. It's for writing text-based posts. Instagram is the gram. It's for photos. I don't know why you want your social media manager to like stay on Reddit, but that's a different thing. Like you've got to be bringing paragraphs, maybe essays almost there, and you're gonna have to be in the comments engaging for that to make any sense. You have to be you wanted for some reason your social media manager to be a Redditor. That's the kind of stuff he's gonna have to do over there, and then whatever LinkedIn different thing used to have thing or whatever. I don't know. Cut that part.
Yeah. No, but you're right though. You're right. You're right. Like definitely you have to play each platform to its strengths. To like Instagram is good for reels. TikTok is its own animal. On there on TikTok, that's where you want to put your memes. So we were just talking about this off camera, but like you want to think of like in the term of like Vines, like how that old app used to be, like funny short clip videos that can be a semi CTA into your business. Like, and when I say CTA, if you don't know what that means, I'm talking about call to action, which is like basically like a small ad, quote unquote, like but on TikTok, that's where you wanna you can be a little bit more edgy, as they want to say. Like follow the trends. Like TikTok is really known for trends. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hop on TikTok. You'll see what I'm talking about. But if you see a sound that's popping off on a lot of different videos, take that sound and then make your own video for your business using that sound. Um, on TikTok, it goes crazy that way. All it takes is one video for your business to go viral, and TikTok just added this new thing on there where you can link your business address. You can link your business address, like a location. But whenever you link the location to your business, it automatically pops up the Google reviews, and it also pops up your business phone, and it also automatically pops up directions. So you can just do it all from TikTok. They can place a to-go order from TikTok. They can get directions to your business from TikTok. And the cool thing about TikTok now is too, you can also do sponsored ads, which is another thing that we're going to talk about right now. Sponsored ads are the best way to get your your business to be on the map, quote unquote. Because you can choose where you want your sponsored ads to pop up. And when I say sponsored ads, um, if you don't know what that is, like just scroll a few times on Instagram or on TikTok, and it'll pop up sponsored after every few posts. That's a business that paid to put that video in front of you. But what you can do for your own restaurant is do that same thing. What you want to do is go heavy, 1 mile radius, a little bit lighter, 5 mile radius, and then a little bit lighter in a 10 mile radius. That's what I do. This is the best practice that I've seen. If you want to get something out, like your new specials and stuff like that, um, within a 5 mile radius is amazing, because even if people don't live in that area, if they're driving by and they're on their phone, hopefully they're not the ones driving, you know what I mean? But if they're in the passenger seat, hopefully, and they're scrolling on their phone, which everybody does. If you're not driving, everybody's on their phone. If they're passing through that area and they're scrolling, it'll pop up. It'll pop up and they'll see it. Anybody that lives in that area, in that radius that you choose, it'll pop up. And the same for TikTok. The TikTok, especially if you're about to open, go hard. Put like $100 a day, $50 a day. If you got a big budget, put as much as you can, because it, not in a weird way, but you basically want people to not forget that you're there. And people have such short attention spans nowadays. I know that I have as well. You probably see me jumping around everywhere, but it's because I'm getting excited when I talk about this. Like, you basically want to brainwash people into coming to eat at your place, not in a weird way, but like the more the more times that they see posts from you, they'll think about it more. It's like such a crazy, amazing tool for all businesses, but especially for the restaurant space. I've noticed that sponsored ads around the radius of your location are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. They work so well. Um, Me and Jesse were just talking about that too. Like, for example, the chicken tender post that I was talking about earlier. I posted that literally yesterday on a whim, and it was a text photo, and I haven't run sponsor ads on it yet, but it went really viral, kinda, and because it went viral organically, that's where I'm gonna drop on the sponsored ad. So, for example, if you post up 5 posts in a day, and you see that one went viral organically, that's the one you want to put a sponsored ad on, because it'll go. Basically, a sponsor ad will put it in front of people for you, but if it goes viral on itself, that ad will basically double or triple the views that it would normally get if it was just a regular sponsor ad on a post that wasn't really getting any movement. And that's where me and Jesse are really good at with what we do. We make lots of content for the same thing. and then whichever video is the one that pops off, we run the sponsored ad for that specific thing. Like for example, the other day we made like 5 videos for the pollo toluca, which is like a okay, so basically it's a meal that we create here that's grilled chicken breast, chorizo, rice and beans, cheese dip on it, comes with tortillas. That's irrelevant. But what it is, we made like 5 different versions of that video. We made some in English, some in Spanish. One was me talking, one was a girl talking. We posted all of them up, and now then what we do is we wait. We see which ones go viral, quote unquote. It doesn't have to go super viral. If it does for you, that's amazing. But it doesn't have to go super viral. Just see which one gets the most engagement. And then what we do is we take that one that gets the most engagement and then we run the sponsored ad on that one in the radius. That makes it pop off even more. That's really what you gotta do. That's really the game. That's really the game. That's a little short inside game to that, but it works really well.
We're talking about we're in a rural area, and so we're talking about our ads going viral relative to that local area. Right now, we're talking usually when you say going viral, we're talking about ads going viral locally, which is still well, that's the point. That's what we want is for it to go. What we're paying for is for our ads to go. Well, the ones that go that are catching and going viral on their own locally is what we're coming back and putting the ad on. So this is where I want to I want to brag on. I want to take my turn bragging on David because what he was doing was he was utilizing what would have been downtime. I want to say it was the one between the lunch rush and the dinner rush, and instead of sitting around and flipping through Instagram on his phone, he was working for you. And he said, well, he must have got on his mind, I presume, the catfish plate. That is a relatively new item at Web3. So you were we were starting to branch out into fried food, country food, not just Mexican food, but having like some stuff that's more common to have country diners on the menu. And David must have got it on his mind. Okay, let me fix chicken tenders the way I do. Well, having that done makes sense to take a picture of it. Having that done makes sense to make a post out of it. And it was a good idea, and David's good at making chicken tenders, so they sold well and they looked pretty in the picture, and so that helps the thing go viral. Now we can say, well, next weekend or Valentine's weekend or whatever we're going to run, especially on chicken tenders, we'll have planning into it. We can make a really pretty picture and do good graphics on it and release it 2 weeks ahead of time and see how it's doing and have a bunch of opportunities to put the ad boost on it and really sell some more. We'll count out how much we're going to order and maximize our profit.
Yeah, and that's okay. That is exactly what we do. So okay, when we talk about going viral locally, okay, so say for example, we're gonna talk about Grundy County. We're gonna talk about Altamont, Tennessee, over there. I think if you look up Altamont, it has like a quote unquote population of around like 800 to 900 people in the area. Um,
And
so
it's also sorry, 1,000. It's It's right at the end of the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. It's 1,000 feet above the what we call the valley that we're in right now. And it used to be. It is no longer so remote, but it used to be somewhat remote. And it is uh, what you would call mountainous geography in that there's a lot of hills and valleys, what we call hollers, and creating the infrastructure for cellular technology and internet technology in general was difficult and it was delayed behind
yeah,
the rest of civilization down here. And so, as we're expanding that into rural areas, we're trying to make our social media as inviting and natural to those that may not be used to responding to it.
yeah,
That's what we're
yeah,
getting at.
and yeah, and also okay, it's like for example, when we're talking about going viral, say for example, Altamont has like 900, 1,000 people. And we make up okay, like for example, the chicken post that we were just talking about with David. We made up that post. That post it got around 600 to 900 impressions. So that's basically how you know. You got to think about your area. So like for example, if you're in a town that has like 10,000 people, if you make a post and it's getting like 4,000 to 6,000 views or impressions really, which is like reach. If you get and then you're making another post and it only gets 1,000, put the ad boost on the one that got like 6,000 impressions because that's the one that's going quote unquote viral in your area. And basically, we were noticing, for example, the text post in on Facebook they were basically it was reaching like around or above the population mark that was in the whole area. And as opposed to the reels and stuff they were posting on Facebook, they were getting like maybe like 200 plays, 300 plays, which is why we were posting them on Instagram as well. We were noticing on Instagram that's when they were getting like that's when they were getting the ones that are more on mark with the area. You know what I'm saying? And then on those ones that were going more viral, we put the ad boost on them, and then it's continuously playing in the area at the same time. So what we do is take really good photos of said plate or said drink item or a new menu item that you're going to do. Take a video or post of that. Take a photo, put the photos on Instagram, and then put the photos as well on Facebook. Put the real videos on Instagram Reels and TikTok, and they'll all go viral in their own ways according to each platform that it is. That's what you want to do. That's the game. That's the game. And we are in the process of doing this for our 3 locations. You'll be able to see the different kind of content that we post, especially if you're in the area. I'm pretty sure they are popping up on all over your screen all the time. So you'll be able to see it.
What we're doing is scaling down. We're trying to bring the same. We're scaling down the advertising strategies that have already been growing and in some places in place in larger markets. We're scaling them down to rural markets, and in the future, we want to offer uh, those services that we're providing for ourselves, for our restaurant, the advertising services that we are developing for our restaurant services, we plan to, in the future, offer to other restaurants, local businesses, to all the way from, uh, hey, could you just make me a post real quick today? Here's my lunch special, or here's what I'm running this weekend. Could you guys fix me up a post at a low price point, all the way up to eventually you want to be able to take a prospective new restaurant owner who's new to the area and take them through the process of picking out a location, equipping their restaurant, getting their licenses, getting their social media building high months ahead of time, all the way up to opening day. And hopefully we've done a good job and they like the results so far and they stay with us through their new, hopefully successful business.
Yes, yes. And if you would like us to help you with your restaurants, if you already have a restaurant and you need social media services and you want us to help you out, because we do this every day. We're in the game. We're in the mix. We're operators, as they say. We're operators in this game. So please send us a message. All the links are going to be below. We are very excited, eager to help anybody that wants our help. And like I said, we're doing this every day, so you can go and see what we're doing on all of our pages. They're linked below, and you can look up our restaurants as well. Web3 Mexican Grill in Altamont, Tennessee, H&H Mexican Grill in Pelham, Tennessee, and Los Amigos in Decherd, Tennessee. You can look up on TikTok, look at the locations, and you'll be able to see the videos that we're posting for these. Those are some of the short CTAs you'll see on TikTok as well as Instagram, and then also like kind of like funny reels and stuff like that. You'll see what we're doing. Check it out for yourself. If you like what you see, please send us a message. We'll be able to help you out as soon as you can. So that's going to be basically what we're doing. Um, here are some different some menus that we have right here. This is a menu that we made and stuff like that. This is one of the other menus that we have at one of our other restaurants. We've been doing this a while, guys. I've been in the restaurant game for a long time. Jesse has been in the sound and movie game for a while. He's also been working in the kitchen for a long time as well. He knows a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff, and basically we want to share all that knowledge with you through these free game videos if you like them. And as well, we'd love to help you out. Just send us a message, and we'll be able to get started on you right away to help your restaurant grow. And like I said, we do this every day. It's something that we're really passionate about, and well, we know what we're doing. We're I would say not to hype up our own hype, you know what I'm saying, but we're probably one of the best in our area right now. So, and we love doing this kind of work. And for the restaurant space specifically, we're we're experienced, and
I think pioneer is probably a strong word, but we like to stay busy.
yeah, we do. We'd like to stay busy. We're doing a lot of different stuff, and we are pioneers, especially in this space right now. So please, guys, please message us. Please message us. We want to help you all out. We can do all the different things for you. You can see the videos that we're making right now. That's kind of the content that we're doing, and it, we kind of been seeing what works. So the more different kinds of stuff that we can post for you, obviously, do it. Please, if you don't need our help, just take this advice as like what is that saying, like take this advice as you will, as a grain of salt. Take this advice as a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But this is just our game. This is what we are experiencing. This is what we're seeing is working for us, and we hope that it works for you, and we hope to hear from you. So that's us. I'm Manny, again, from the Restaurant University. All my links are below, and Jesse as well. He's going to be linked below as well. So
We'll see you on SKOOL.
all right, we'll see you on SKOOL. All right.